for some reason. You can hear me now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the SaxaVord Spaceport for the SaxaVord Sessions. It's Sunday again. Let me know you can hear me okay, and we shall take it from there. I hope everyone is fine. Please share about your pals. Here's a wee set of marches to get us going today. Can somebody let me hear, just know that you can hear me all right, because I had to switch something on there that came up for some reason. So hopefully that's all right. And we'll see what happens after that. So, start off with Highland Laddie. Well, there we go. That was Highland Laddie, followed by the 51st Division. And the last one, of course, was the Black Bear, just to get us in the mood today. It's good to get us going. Here is a wee set of reels for you, starting off with a tune called The Ton, which is the amount of weight that Job tells me he's lost this week. Yeah. No, me. And then we'll have, what do we have after The Ton? I'm trying to mind what's after The Ton. Whatever happens will happen after The Ton. Well, I think it's the Rose Tree, maybe, and then Bill Sutherland, and then maybe something else. We'll see. Enjoy. Please hit that share button, and we shall see how we're all getting on.
Everybody hearing us okay?
Yeah, everybody's sitting there hearing us fine now. Yeah. For some reason, that mute thing had switched on here, but I switched off. Now, oh, what's happened here? My feet are too big. There we go, a wee set of reels for Jesse's hornpipe there. The first one was The Tun, followed by The Rose Tree, then Bill Sutherland by Adam Rennie, and the last one was somebody Muir's Reel by Tommy Ford. It was somebody, I can't remember the first name. Anyway, there we go. Hello to Willie in Chattanooga. Choo-choo. Yeah. Now, Greg's on with and said, Peter, how are you after all your ferry trips? I've actually done 8 ferry trips since Friday, going to gigs. I've done 2 up Helias this weekend, played at Bressa up Helia, that's a different island, that was a 3 ferry trip. And I was at Cullavo up Helia return last night, which was just the one. But I managed to get the 6:10 ferry in this morning, so that was rather pleasant. So got him for a wee bit, that's good. So I've got Jock Nixon and Davey sitting with me here today. And
lost Eli.
We've lost Eli, I'm not sure where he is. He's had lots of exams and things, so he's maybe just having a day off. Anyway, yeah, so it's been an interesting weekend. It was also Norwich up Helia here last night. Liam Spence was the Jarl, and absolutely beautiful night here in Harrelswick last night up here for that. When they had the burning and a big bonfire and the northern lights came out right above the whole thing. So it was absolutely stunningly beautiful. So it's very nice. Here is a wee song for you this time. Now, I don't know if Kenny McKenzie's joining us today, but I played Kenny before last week when he done his piping thing. But Kenny writes wee songs for a laugh and things like that as well. And it's been World Book Week this past week. So he wrote this wee song about one of our national heroes, Oor Willie.
That's my boy.
And Oor Willie, as you know, is part of the D.C. Thompson empire. In fact, I think he runs it, actually, Oor Willie and Desperate Dad and all them. But Jings Crivens help my Bob, is what I used to say, Bob. So work that one out for yourselves. And here's Kenny's tune about Oor Willie. It's a bit of fun video.
the news of the day, I think we'd all say it's better not to be read. So when our Sunday posts arise, we turn to the front page instead. That's when we'll read of the tricks and the games of Scotland's oldest wee boy. This rascal was called Oor Willie, you know, the country's pride and joy. Hey! James Cribbins, help my boy, he cries when he's in trouble. Knocking off old Murdoch's hat, he runs away at the double. Down his dungarees, he hides his old and trusty catty, chasing the scent of his favourite tea, his ma's mince and tatties. Along with his pals, Oor Willie will play Fat Bob, wee ex-hockey shooter. They fish and play football and scrap and plug school, and Willie ends up with a kicker. Then it's back to his house with his friendly wee pet, no a dog, a cat or canary. He tries to sneak him to bed at night, his moose he calls wee Jimmy. Hey! James Cribbins, help my boy, he cries when he's in trouble. Knocking off old Murdoch's hat, he runs away at the double. Down his dungarees, he hides his old and trusty catty, chasing the scent of his favourite tea, his ma's mince and tatties. At the end of the day, Oor Willie will tell of the tricks, the games and the fun. As he sits on his bucket, his favourite seat, he winks as he gives a wee grin. So now let's reflect on the years gone by since our pal first appeared on a Sunday, and the happiness brought to our people since then, whether they're 9 or they're 90. Hey! James Cribbins, help my boy, he cries when he's in trouble. Knocking off old Murdoch's hat, he runs away at the double. Down his dungarees, he hides his old and trusty catty, chasing the scent of his favourite tea, his ma's mince and tatties.
There we are, Oor Willie for you there. Pat says the microphone's echoing a wee bit. It's a wee bit echoey in the room today, but
Oh,
we've got lots of echo. Hopefully you're hearing everything all right, folks. Right. Where are we going? Here's a wee quick step for you this time, because Chuck likes a quick step every so often.
Right.
So he tells me. So here's a couple of tunes for a quick step. was a wee quick step for you that time.
We're rotten symbol.
We're rotten symbol. Oh, that was Mr. Elise's fault then.
I know that crap.
So, here we go. Right, here is a wee recording that Davey done. He did. And it's Angela Fraser. Angela that's been on the show quite a few times actually, playing live, playing fiddle. And Brian Priest. Brian has been on here a couple of times when he's been about.
Reluctantly.
But he's an amazing player and a great fiddler and piano player. And Brian is the educational manager for the SaxaVord Spaceport. He goes about doing all the education stuff. So here is Angela and Brian with a set of tunes David recorded, he tells me, in the hall. Supply building down here. And I've just put some videos on top of it. The big Viking ship you're going to see right at the beginning is just about half a mile down the road from here. There was Norwegians built it and were going to sail it to Newfoundland, I think, was the idea, but they got as far as Shetland and gave up. So Shetland ended up keeping the boat and built a Viking longhouse next to it and everything. It's a lovely thing to see, actually. It's quite cool. So here is, so if you're ever in Unst, come and see the Viking boat. Here's Angela and Brian. Listen. There we are, some wonderful playing there. John Anderson's joining us from Thailand. where he says it's 34 degrees.
What's that in English?
34 degrees centigrade, I don't know what it is in English, but
Oh.
it's about 30 degrees warmer than here.
Sorry.
So, glad to see you all. Hope you're enjoying the show. Keep sharing it about. It's lovely to be here having a wee tune for you. Here's a wee tune of my own for you this time. It's a wee tune called Sandy's Shetland Stag Week that I wrote for my pal when he got married and came up here for his stag week. They're not together now, but I didn't write him an off tune. He's not getting two tunes. There we go. Sandy's Shetland Stag Week. I thought I forgot to unmute myself again. It's very complicated doing all this stuff here and playing and pressing buttons and having to listen to Jock's jokes and things like that. It's quite hard going. Here's a wee song for you this time. I said to Steve that I would play this for him. It's a song that he really, really likes called The Bonnie. And he says the words of this always remind him of Frank every time he hears it. So here is the wee song for you called The Bonnie. Enjoy.
I dreamed a dream of the body, a bonfire big and high. A fire so big that the flames light up the sky. I dreamed a dream of the body, and a vision in the back of my eye. And when the walls came down, it was the only thing that kept me alive. You can build the body, I can tell by the look in your eye. For the people that you loved and lost that you never got to tell goodbye. Believe about your body, God, you never know unless you try. One life is a short time and no one knows where you go when you die. Go on about the body, about the bonfire big and high. A fire so big that the flames light up the sky. Believe about your body, God, you never know unless you try. One life is a short time and no one knows where you go when you die. So big that the flames light up the sky. Believe about your body, God, you never know unless you try. One life is a short time and no one knows where you go when you die. For the people that you loved and lost that you never got to tell goodbye. Stand tall while the walls fall down with a smile and a tear in your eye.
Nice wee song, that. Nice words.
Aye.
Very good. Hello, Davy Borthwick. How are you doing? And Hazel Kent's joining us. Danny Inch is in Hamilton. Gee whiz. Everybody's joining us on the day. It's good. Edna's Wes. Jock's Wes, but I know that because he's here. Bonnie's Wes from Milwaukee.
Ah, hi Bonnie.
Davy says hi, Bonnie. There's lots of folk joining us today. Lovely to see you. Keep sharing and share it about. That'd be good. Here's a wee set of sing-along, old tunes for you. Makes me laugh actually, because folks still go into old folks' homes and play this set of tunes thinking that that's what folk would listen to, but they're all old war tunes, which is a long, long time ago now. It's kind of, I think probably the folk that's in the old folks' homes now are listening to the Beatles and Rolling Stones and things like that. You get what I mean? It's funny. But anyway, here's Tipperary to get us going. What's the first thing you think of when you hear Tipperary? It's a long way. Right. I'm playing it. There we go. That was a long way to Tipperary, anchors away.
Ah, and that's the
Yeah, well, what's that called again there? Is that the Grenadier Guards
Yes.
one or something, isn't it? And then Pack Up Your Troubles, and then we finished off with Roll Out the Barrel.
Yeah, good job, you never played Rule Britannia.
Well, yeah. There we go. Davy Bothwick says the Dam Busters, please. Can't mind it. Yeah. I'll do that next week for you, David, because because I'll need to learn it again, because I can't mind the hell lot of it. Used to play that with Unit Fails band years ago. Great wee tune, great wee tune. Here is another wee song for you, this time by that very well-known chap. Where's it gone? Is that it there? Stephen Quigg, and it's Stephen singing Robin Ling's song The Early Egg, which is a really bonny tune. I hope this is it. If not, I'll have to change, but we'll see what happens. Here we go.
It was in the merry month of May, when balmy winds first blow, I met my love in Arasake, where rhododendrons grow. I met my love in Arasake, in the shadow of Craigmore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. And in the months that followed, our love and friendship grew, warmed by the summer sun, and a love that was so new. We walked among the hills and by the crashing ocean's roar. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. Autumn came to Arasake, with colours fair to view. Birds were flying south again, and soon we'd follow too. A sad song echoed in the hills, Lochaber no more. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. 'Twas in the merry month of May, when balmy winds first blow, I met my love in Arasake, where rhododendrons grow. I met my love in Arasake, in the shadow of Craigmore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. The sun shone in the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore.
There we go, Stephen Quigg. Stephen's an absolutely lovely fellow. He sang with the McAlmans as well at the end before they disbanded, or retired, or whatever it was that happened. But Stephen's a great guy, and he's still out there because he sings with his wife now as well. On the tour of Denmark, she's Danish, and they go away to Europe and all sorts of places. And my dear wife has just put on, I've ordered you a Chinese for your tea. And I thought there'd be somebody observant out there, and Nell's the one that's done it. She says, pardon my ignorance, but do you have a Chinese in Ernst?
Yeah.
No. We actually, what happens is that one of the ones for the town comes up and they take over the local village hall for a day once a month, and they do Chinese food in the hall. So that's how we get a Chinese in Ernst. But it's quite good that, because you can only get it once a month. So it's good for the little belly, because you can't go out 2 or 3 times a week. So it's fine. So, but then she's just put another message on and said, but you will have to pick it up and pay for it. Yeah, there's always a catch, isn't there? Anyway, there we go. Super duper. So, here's a wee set of tunes for you this time that I recorded a wee video that I'd sort of done in the house. This is for the Scottish country dance Sleepy Maggie. And the original tune, and then the Merry Boys of Greenland that we played a lot as a theme tune when we were starting off here. The Peerie Hoose a Hand to Burn, which is the outside water closet or the toilet in the olden days, the wee wooden shack with the newspaper in it. And if you were lucky, and a nail. And then the third tune is John Spencer Uasund, and that's where the Chinese is tonight, the Uasund Chinese Hall. So anybody else watching that's no ordered their Chinese, go and order. Right, so here's a wee set of tunes. Enjoy. There we go, that was great timing by Davey and Joe. Seconds to spare. But they did it. That was Sleepy Maggie, the Merry Boys of Greenland, Peary Hoosound and John Spence of Uasound. So it's kind of good. Hello, Louis and Fergus, Ontario. Lots of folk joining us. Please keep sharing. This is the SaxaVord Sessions, all the way from the SaxaVord UK Spaceport up in Unston, Shetland, where they're frantically building a rocket with hopefully having a launch before too long. So there we go. Right, here is a couple of 6/8 pipe marches for you this time. Starting with a tune called John D. Burgess, who is of course an incredibly famous piper. So let's do some pipe tunes for a change. was John D. Burgess, and then we had MacDonald's A Wa to the Wars, then we had the Bugle Call, and then we finished off with the Cock of the North. So there we go. So that's it. Here's a wee song for you this time for the Corries, our good old pals, the Corries. And this is Davy's big tune, the Blue Bonnets, isn't it?
Yes.
Border. The Regimental March of the King's Own Scottish Borderers. Got that right today?
Yes, you did.
Here we go. So enjoy this one. The Big Barans is out in this one.
Yeah, I know that.
If you're not sure what a baran is, it's a trampoline for a pygmy.
Are over the border, march, march. Ettrick and Teagadale, why, my lads, do you march? Forward in order, march, march. Eskdale and Liddesdale, all the blue bonnets are over the border. Many's the banner spread, flutters above your head. Many's the crest that is famous in story. Mountain, make ready then, sons of the mountain glen. Fight for the king and the old Scottish glory. March, march, Ettrick and Teagadale, why, my lads, do you march? Forward in order, march, march. Eskdale and Liddesdale, all the blue bonnets are over the border. Come by the hills where the hirsel are grazing, come by the glen o' the buck and the roe. Come to the crag where the beacon is blazing, come with the buckler, the lance and the bow. March, march, Ettrick and Teagadale, why, my lads, do you march? Forward in order, march, march. Eskdale and Liddesdale, all the blue bonnets are over the border. Trumpets are sounding, war steeds are bounding. Mountain, make ready and march in good order. England shall many's a day speak o' the bloody fray when the blue bonnets come over the border. March, march, Ettrick and Teagadale, why, my lads, do you march? Forward in order, march, march. Eskdale and Liddesdale, all the blue bonnets are over the border. March, march, Ettrick and Teagadale, why, my lads, do you march? Forward in order, march, march. Eskdale and Liddesdale, all the blue bonnets are over the border. Are over the border.
Great stuff. Does that not get your passion flowing when you hear the drums like that? No, it doesn't ever drop. Doesn't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed the last half hour. Here is a wee set of reels to finish with. The first one is the CJ Ennis. You've got to be careful how you say that one. And that's followed by Tam's Rockin' Fiddle by Gordon Shand, a great composer, player. And the last one is called Chadwick's Bog by the late Ronnie Cooper for Shetland. And Chadwick's Bog was the toilet in the Hayfield House Hotel. So I don't know what the story is, but I don't want to know. But it's a good tune. So anyway, enjoy. my wee set of reels to finish off today. I do hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you very much. And Hazel Kent points out, she says, I might not be with you next week, but I'll watch and catch up because it's Mother's Day. So there's a wee thing for all you folk out there in mind. Mother's Day. Well, the boys look really impressed by that one. Yeah, there we go. So, I do hope you enjoyed it. That's been the SaxaVord Sessions from the SaxaVord UK Spaceport up here in Unst. We're away. I have to go and pick the Chinese up now, apparently. And pay for it. Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much. Hope you can join us next week. We'll be here at 1:30 for Mother's Day. I'll have to see if we can come up with a theme. Well, my mother. We'll have to play My Mother, the Gaelic song for a start, won't we? That's a bonny tune. Right, so enjoy, folks, and we shall see you next week. Take care. Cheers. Bye.